wouldn't just slip in a car park or in a space down in the train stations. But I knew that I needed to go home. I see the faces of the city, I see the dealers and the girls of the night. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I wonder why painkillers I can't buy. And it was written on my face, and it was spray painted on every place. That the city looks pretty when you're up in your face, and everybody has lost their faith. I see beggars, I see buckets, I see a chicken too fucking down an alley, and he didn't even pay a decent wage. I see dealers and policemen coming in to get their card on the others who just look the other way. And it was written on my face, and it was painted on every place. That the city looks pretty when you're up in your face, and everybody has lost their faith, yeah. It was written on my face, and it was repainted on every place. That the city looks pretty when you're up in your face. Everybody has lost their faith, and it was written on my face, and it was repainted on every place. That the city looks pretty when you're up in your face, and everybody has lost their faith.
I'm not here to take up all your time, just a moment for the rest of your life. I know I've heard it all before. Since you left I feel I've been alive. It was great but your chapter in my book's closed. It was nice to know you though. I don't mean to seem like I'm feeling ecstatic. I've been itching for a narrow escape. Before you ask, yeah, I feel alright. Hey, hey, to be honest, I'm feeling right at home. See you at 4 p.m. For every moment of your wasting mine. Hey, hey, cause it's how you'll be spending on your own. See you at 4 p.m. and then you'll never see me again. You can string me through your web of lies, but after that I will be cutting ties. Let go, just pack your shit and leave. I hope you know that I've been getting by. Thanks for your time, but I think that I can cope. Don't bother trying to call my phone. I don't mean to seem like I'm being dramatic. I'd rather die than be back in that place. Before you ask, yeah, I feel alright. Hey, hey, to be honest, I'm feeling right at home. See you at 4 p.m. For every moment of your way and then you'll never see me again.
Looking for my fix, we could spend your morning sleeping in. Love to leave you, call you later if I feel it. Overthinking all these texts I sent. Light me up, just looking for my fix. But I don't wanna leave you now. Just wanna make it through another day. Tell me that you need me now. There's no rush, no one else but us can tell us what to do. Love to leave you, call you later if I feel it. Overthinking all these texts I've sent. Keep it low key, nothing more than you and me. But I don't wanna leave you now. Just wanna make it through another day. Tell me that you need me now. Something's not quite right. You're Then you call, asking how I've been. Then you cut communications with no explanation, and I'm scratching my head again. I'm done. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I'm done. Just slide my book under my front door. Try to show me you don't care, I'll show you I'm better at it. I'm done. Ooh, I'm so done, yeah. I don't know what you're going through, but that doesn't change a thing. Your true colors shine through in the way that you're dealing or not dealing. I've seen how you react, and I don't want you back. I'm done. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I'm done. Just slide my book under my front door. Try to show me you don't care, I'll show you I'm better at it. I'm done. Go sit on a cactus. I'm done. You need some practice at being a decent guy. Hope a bug flies in your eye and you slip on a banana and your chalk chips are so tiny. I'm even less interested in you than finishing this song. So I'll just
Cast off on a new fairy tide. Sails trimming tight from steely-eyed. Resolute, I'll make this ocean mine. By any means I so desire. Sail away to that endless blue. I'll stay the course, one of the chosen few. Sail away from all I knew. The silent fear's my name and social you. On the ocean till the end of time. Let go, stay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the week again. You know it. It's the Wednesday Cup here at AK Racing. and presented by Sensational, which is myself, Chris Munro, and to my left, the ever-handsome Zach O'Reilly. How are you tonight, my friend?
Good, Christopher, and I hope you are well too. Good to see you here live in the commentary box, all the way over in Sauerkraut land tonight, Germany.
Yep.
And we are racing in the once beautiful Hockenheim here, back to the old spec, even older than the one that was last race before they chopped this section off, the foresty bit going through. And it's really, really good. There's going to be suck battles all night tonight. I'll tell you what, ladies of the night, well and truly going to get their money's worth here. It's going to be good, and we can't wait. And we are at round 4 of the championship too, so halfway through, and the championship is still up for grabs for a couple of people, Christopher.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the championship, let's have a quick dip at the results here, the standings, should I say. Alex McEwen, as expected after last week, is out on top, 440 points. 31 points behind him is Jake Buttigieg, who's out there setting the timing towers alight tonight. So there might be maybe a little bit of fight left in the corporal there to take to Mr. McEwen tonight, and maybe knock him off his little high horse, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely at the moment, he's half a second away. Here's Alex McEwen from Buttigieg in the practice server, but nonetheless, Matt Munro in third, and only by a bee's foreskin between himself and Falzon, and then it is absolutely cock on between Falzon and Hughes. They are on equal points for 4th and 5th, with Sandra's Lovechild in 6th. Ezra Simmons, as he doesn't like to be called, I'm going to keep calling him that. Paul Buttigieg, the senior of the two Buttigiegs, in the top 8 there with the haircut in 9th, and Doc in 10th. And he is on track at the moment, and 8th at the moment on the practice server. But that is a spicy championship nonetheless, Christopher. I'm getting excited. That Samsung TV absolutely giving us 4K stuff there at the moment. It is one of the gems that we always have in the commentary box for sure.
The 4K res out here. That's the only way we do it here at Sensational TV, ladies and gentlemen. As we said earlier, we're going back in time tonight to 1988. So back in the good old days, as some would argue. But I tell you what, we're going to take a look at tonight's racing right now. We're going to go for a lap around, well, we're going to actually crack out the Sensational time machine tonight and go for a little fly around the 1988 configuration of Hockenheim Circuit. Let's go racing. Stepping out of the TARDIS now in 1988 to Hockenheim. It's 16 turns and 6.8 kilometres long. It's a long one, ladies and gentlemen. That's something I've never heard before in my life. Now shooting through turn 1 down the massive big long straight here. They're all long straights here at Hockenheim. You've got to get your lips ready for a good old suck battle down here into the first chicane, which is the Clark. Turns 2, 3, and 4. So plenty of opportunities to maybe just sneak up the inside your foe there up at that turning section. It's like, reminds me a bit of Le Mans style circuit here, where it's long straights, then some tight chicanage, and then back on the throttle here through Ost. 5, 6, 7, and 8 through this nice little sort of sweeping right-hander, and then slingshotting you onto the back straight, where it's more suckage, ladies and gentlemen. The German ladies are working overtime tonight. Don't you worry about that. Now into the set of Senna chicanes here. That is turn 9, 10, and 11. More overtaking opportunities, more crashing opportunities as well. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the midweek madness they call Wednesday Cup, so that possibility isn't too far away. Through turn 12, which is Egypt, and into the stadium section now, which looks familiar to those who follow the modern day game. Through Sachs and through turn 14, 15 now, and you dip it through Opal here, which is the final turn on this magnificent circuit of yesteryear, down the front straight, and that is a lap of Hockenheim in 1988. We're up to round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying, as always, 7 minutes. Race 1 will be 15 minutes. As always, race 2, 16 minutes with the top 10 reverse grid. Race 3 will be 17 minutes with a top 12 reverse grid. I'll have to remind myself to go and check the server to make sure I set that up correctly before we go racing in race 2. But the practice man out there this week, the practice primo, the Predator, Jake Buttigieg with a 2 minutes 10.358. He's actually eclipsed that now with a 2 minutes 10 dead in the server. So 3/10 better there from Jake Buttigieg. He's on fire tonight, Zach, and might be throwing the game, throwing the fight to Alex McEwen.
Well, it's all a matter of time, Christopher Munro. It is all just a matter of time. We'll see what happens in qualifying coming up very shortly. Matt Munro is looks like it's a 4x4 Praga at the moment. That thing is dirtier than a $2 you-know-what. But McEwen is closing in ever so slightly, 0.3 of a second now away other than half a second. So the more these guys practice, the more Jake Buttigieg's advantage is going to be dissipated. So I reckon with that, we're going to give the man a fighting chance here tonight and get into qualifying very, very shortly here, ladies and gents. Sit back, relax, strap in, enjoy the show because it is 3 races here tonight and it is going to be a rip snorter at Hockenheim. 1988, back in time with modern cars. Sucks everywhere. What more do you want? Get those condiments ready. We'll be back here at Sensational TV for qualifying in just a hot second.
We're back on circuit, ladies and gentlemen, ready for qualifying here. It's going to be a good one. Maybe a little bit of strategy at play here, Zach, with the long straights. Do you sit around and wait for a bit of a suck and get a bit of a tow? I think that might add a few tenths or take away a few tenths off your final result.
That is big brain thinking there from the man who is 5'8" in heels, Christopher Munro. And I'll tell you what, that is a very good point. Yes, what are we going to see? Are we going to see some F1 style, backing up the grid and fighting over who's going to be the non-sucker out of them all for qualifying? We're going to go out right as we speak, ladies and gents. 8 minutes and they're away instead of the 7 minutes with a long lap here tonight. We'll give them some leeway here, the Wednesday Cup boys, tonight, so they get out there. And Buttigieg is not shy. He is about as confident as a ginger cat at a full moon. He's just like a big horny one lurking through the streets at the moment, ready to get out there in qualifying. So it's going to be awesome to see what these guys can do, Chris, for the remainder of the qualifying session. Is this man on screen going to be the practice and qualifying primo? We'll find out in 7.5 minutes' time.
Yeah, it's round 4, ladies and gents, so roughly halfway through the season. These guys near the top end of the championship are all probably up to speed with these cars, and now they are all starting to turn the screws and try and just find those final few tenths, and the cream starting to rise to the top. And I'll tell you what, Jake Buttigieg, he'll like being described as the cream, I suspect. And look at that line he takes through that chicane there, just straight lining it pretty much, trusting the suspension of that Praga R1. Maybe that is the meta way through that little chicane, Zach.
It is. It's very hard to aim and ace it every time, though. So it is high risk and high reward. But come race time, it could mean a different story. And if he can nail that, Jake Buttigieg, just as you can see, the cars slide through this section far out. I cannot wait to call this hot lap around here. This is a sensational circuit. I wish they never got rid of it. And look where the Nürburgring is now. Not on the F1 calendar. So that says a testament. It lasted for more than 26 years in this configuration, and only 10 in the updated version before it was shafted for the first time. So I reckon this is the better one. But yes, that curbage is where you want to point the car. And Buttigieg, practice primo. What is he going to do here for qualifying? Can Alex McEwen, the championship leader, knock him off his tall and high horse at the moment? We're going to find out here as we round the final turn for a hot lap here with Jake Buttigieg. And we are about to start a 1988 spec style hot lap here around Hockenheim, ladies and gents. Flick it into down into third gear or fourth. Very, very quick corner, easy to overshoot, but Jake has nailed it there on the first go. That throttle tracing is on, brake, off, and then bang on the throttle again, flat out in these cars as well. So we can fly down the first straight here at Hockenheim, and we get it to about 250 odd k an hour before we hit the 110 metre board coming your way. This is where the suckage is going to happen at the start and in every bit of the race. As we can see, Jake Buttigieg now brakes at the 110 metre board. Aim it in, use that inside curb, run a little bit wide there, but then use all the momentum on the exit just to ride that curb, which pulls the car back into the circuit, believe it or not, for the next strong straight section here up the second half of Hockenheim circuit. It is beautiful to see. We can see him approaching the speeds of an absolute madman here. And in fifth gear at the moment, he'll keep it in there. Heavy braking now, just after the 100 metre board, over that inside curb. Use the inside curb as well. Just nick that corner and hug this corner on the outside, on the inside, sorry, to make the radius as short as possible. That gives you all those little tenths and hundredths of a second that you possibly might lose out if you do run too wide there. If you're off into the grass, you are absolutely in no man's land, and you have lost it for this next 600 metres before you heavy brake again into a little left to right chicane. Darted in into third gear. Fang it on the throttle now. Jake Buttigieg's just throttle tracing. It uses both the curbs and rides it on the top there. Fantastic driving. Smooth as a baby's bum at the moment in the steering department is Jake Buttigieg. Into the stadium section we come here through the forest. The car's echoing off those beautiful pine trees in the back into fourth gear. Third gear now. Feather it on the throttle. Just dancing it on the tail as you go through there with the grip limits just sailing onto the limit of adhesion. Very tricky corner, the hairpin here, the left-hand hairpin. Then onto another left to right section. In the old section here, you go into a drag strip, but in this one, it's a bit tighter through here. A really, really long double apex right-hander, which is the final corner onto Hockenheim, and that is going to be a lap. Where is this going to put Jake Buttigieg? It's going to put him at the top, but for how long? It's going to do a 2:10 something. It is a 2:10.3. Bang on his time in the practice server through the week, and only by literally 300ths of a second over Alex McEwen. Matt Munro in third.
Yeah, absolutely. Good lap there from Jake Buttigieg, equaling his best that he set during the week. He did find 3/10 in the mini practice session just before this qualifying. So Alex McEwen there just nipping at his heels too. 37 thousandths behind him. So those two battling it out with Munro 3/10 behind him. Andre Elliott out there in fourth position. Fergo, we haven't seen him for a little while here. He's in the McLaren colours in fifth position. Wonder how he's travelling there for pace. Has he got a little bit more up his sleeve? Can we expect to see Fergo giving the front guys a bit of hurry up here tonight, Zach?
Oh, I hope
hope
so.
so.
Absolutely hope so. With that behaviour there, Fergo, sliding it through, be where he wants to be. You've got to maximise all the exit at these long straights through the chicanes, because that is how you can get further up. Jake Buttigieg was up and he's off the track as well. He was up by 3/10 as well, Christopher Munro. He's going to have one more crack at it. Fergo, he's setting PBs at the moment for himself. So where can Fergo go? He's in 5th at this point in time, but he needs to get at least 500ths of a second further up the road, because Andre Elliott's got him for 4th, and not doing that will help him at this point in time. If he's sticking where he is, he's swerving down the straightaway, so we'll see what happens to the Fergmeister as the lap goes on. Alex McEwen, however, he is setting yellow, so he hasn't been his first personal best delta. What can he do in the second sector coming up here in 4 seconds' time? What is Alex McEwen doing? He's got to get on the ball. He's not there at the moment, just running a bit wide. 3/10 up on his personal best. This could be interesting. How far down was he in the first sector? I did not see it. But he is now nailing this stadium section. He's only got to negate 3 corners here before he gets onto the front straightaway to put the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and then accelerate through this fast corner, literally on the grip adhesion there with the downforce as well. McEwen's crossing the line. He's at 208. He's at 209. He's at 210. Straight to the top. Bang. 210.113 for Alex McEwen. Now it's up to Jake Buttigieg to put the hammer down and maybe get himself back into that absolutely coveted pole position here. What's Falzon doing? He's absolutely nowhere at the moment. He hasn't set a time. He's got to get up there. This is the last minute of qualifying, ladies and gents, and the Maltese Marvel himself not doing the best of jobs in the Jaguar R1 for now. What is he going to pull out? Some sort of miracle here for the final time at Hockenheim? Who knows?
Yeah, he's going to have to pull something out, because this will be his final time around here in qualifying. Yeah, you don't want to be at the back here, I think, for this race. We've seen Falzon, one of the speedier guys in the server here in Wednesday Cup, so you expect him to be up there. If he can just make it through this lap unscathed, and maybe just it doesn't have to be his best, but somewhere around his average, that'll surely get him up there within the top 10, maybe top 5 even. So it just depends on the practice that Falzon has put in over the last week. Trying to remember how he did last week. I think he had a shocker last week as well.
Yes.
Something tells me. Things not his Wednesday Cup campaign not going the best. Alex McEwen's, however, has been hardly faltered throughout this entire first 4 rounds. Just an absolute powerhouse last week. He's got a very good lead in the championship as well, and tonight he's just pulled it out at the perfect time. He's on for a 209 here, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone purple in the first sector. Here he comes through now, ladies and gentlemen. He's putting the pedal through the metal at the moment into the stadium section. Here comes Alex McEwen. He's on a very hot lap, Zach O'Reilly. He went purple, but then someone pipped him. I assume it's Jake Buttigieg. It is. So we're on here, boys and girls. Let's strap in.
Definitely on here. Alex McEwen rounding this final turn now at Hockenheim 1988. He is only 10th or 2 up on his own personal best overall, but Buttigieg gets set a 0.3 per second better time, but that is a 209.8. What has Buttigieg got as he crosses the line? Is he going to take the pole? He is.
Yeah.
209.687. What a lap there from Buttigieg and McEwen. That is sensational stuff, battling to the end there in qualifying and setting lap records right at the point of knot. Cracking stuff there for this man on your screen. Pole position getter, Jake Buttigieg, to start off P1 for race 1. Alex McEwen at 2/10 just about behind him, and Matt Munro way off it. Nearly as far as me to him from Victoria to far north Queensland in that sort of thing, because that is going to be tight in the mid-sector too between him, Fergo, Falzon, and Nathan Hughes in 6th place. McFadden 7th around the grid, and Ezra Simmons has done a lap, and he is checkered flagged out as well. What a result there for everyone else, Chris.
Yeah, we got Cookie rounding out the top 10. That is Hayden Cook. Paul Buttigieg outside the top 10 with Scott McEwen behind him. Gary Ward and Brody Barber with Mitchell Cole. Will Kirk down there in 16th. And then the 2 broadcast cars. So 16 cars out on the grid tonight. Bit of a small showing, and something that isn't small was Gary Ward's ping right there was up in the 700s. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well, ladies and gents. But that is qualifying done and dusted. That is your pole sitter on screen at the moment. Jake Buttigieg takes his first pole position of Wednesday Cup season 15. So he is here to party, Zach O'Reilly.
Yep, no shouting at the moment because it's race 1, 2 and 3 coming our way, ladies and gents. That's never over until that checkered flag is waved in each session. What are we going to see between these two? They're going to be sucking each other 150 times, I reckon, tonight. And I'll tell you what, it's whoever's going to have the most juice left in the tank, so to speak, as well.
Get your pineapple juice in.
A bit of pineapple juice, bit of Bailey's there just to calm the nerves. Anything you need for these two because they are close as anything at the moment. Nearly docking, in fact, for the rest of them for the rest of the night. But nonetheless, that is going to be it for qualifying. Race 1 coming your way. 15 minutes of Hockenheim action. About 7 or 8 laps of racing. Not a lot of time to make up a mistake as well. So strap into your seats, ladies and gents, because that is race 1. Heading your way in just a few moments here at Sensational TV.
Something said, now you want my head. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my charms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you. I wanna make you mine, oh mine. Wanna make you feel good. I try and take my time, man. Well, I take too long. Now you're slipping from my grip with some other guy. I don't think I can stand it when I look in your eyes. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my charms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. Bad lover, I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you with my charms now. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you with my charms.
All set for race 1 here, ladies and gents. 2 minutes and 22 seconds, believe it or not. That is a marvellous coincidence there as me and Zach were talking about Richie Benno just in the break.
Yeah, the great man himself.
2 minutes and 22.
Chew for chew. At 22 past chew here at the day 2 of the test match. Anyway, nonetheless, we've got under 2 minutes to go here for race countdown. That is your grid there. Jake Buttigieg is off pole with Alex McEwen right next to him. Not even a car length between the two of them. So that's going to be some spicy stuff. Matt Munro, Andre Elliott share the second row right next to each other with Fergo, Falzon, Hughes, McFadden, the chef man himself in Hayden Cook with Ezra Simmons, Paul Buttigieg, Mitchell Cole, Gary Ward, Scotty McEwen, the captain right down at the back there with the haircut right next to him too. Geez, he'll want to be further up the grid as a captain. He had an absolute mare last time around and he'll be wanting to make amends for that too. But get yourself strapped in, ladies and gents. I'll tell you what, there's going to be heaps and heaps and heaps of the SUCK tonight And we are not taking the P155 here either, Christopher Munro. With a minute and a bit left to go, this is anyone's game.
Yeah, that's right. There will be plenty of suckage to be had. It was sort of the idea to bring this circuit in as a bit of a point of difference, I guess, to the rest of the circuit. So not many turns, although it says there's 16. There's just maybe 2 or 3 big braking zones. Apart from that, it's all straight line racing. So it's going to be like a one of those Formula 3, Formula 4 races where they all just sort of sit in behind each other, weaving down the straight perhaps to break the suck, Zach.
Yep, absolutely. And it's going to be the first person who blows and under braking, that will lose that position straight away. So sucking, blowing, and plenty of juices coming our way here tonight. Wowee, it's all on. And look at that sensational TV van just sitting off there in the distance, getting all the Starlink it needs. But the lights are up, Christopher Munro. This is your time to shine. 10 seconds to go, ladies and gents. Race 1, your man, Munro, ready to call the action.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are up, and we're just about none of that nonsense here. It's Wednesday Cup, and they are racing. It's a pretty good start from the front row, and very even indeed. But Alex McEwen just pokes his nose up on the inside of Jake Buttigieg there. Matt Munro just chiming in as well behind, but he's got that Elliott, giving him plenty up the rear end of that Praga R1. But look at him come sailing down the front straight here for the first time. Nose to tail. There seems to be 2 little groups already breaking off from each other here. The gap between McFadden and Falzon, the biggest on the circuit here at the moment. But look, here comes the suck for the first time. Let's get an overview. Matt Munro has got the absolute slingshot around the outside. Going to get it pulled up. There goes Elliott off into the bunda. Here goes Matt Munro off into the grass as well. Elliott rejoins the circuit, but there's no advantage to be had there. Matt Munro might have had some, maybe gained an advantage off the circuit there, but he's got Jake Buttigieg up his arse, and they have broken a big gap there to Mr. McFadden, Jason McFadden, who's come up the order big time. Here goes Hughes. He's going to have a move on him as well. Oh, the action's going to be plenty here, Zach, as they go 2 by 2 through the chicane. Oh, if they all gotten through unscathed, it looks as if they have. The 2 McLarens of Elliott and Ferguson next to each other there with Falzon. That is Will Kirk, who's made up a few positions off the start as well. And the suck continues down the back straight.
Oh, geez, they're having an absolute ripstart. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide here on the latter half of the straight section at Hockenheim. Now we've got some battling happening here. We've got Fergo there. We've got Falzon. We've got Captain involved too. Oh, no, we got some battle. That was Falzon off into the bunda, and he's off again too, so he's going to lose a lot of positions here. He's lost 2. Fergo's been the worst out of that as well. Look at this. Up the inside goes Alex McEwen. 3-4 wide now. Splits the middle. That is incredible stuff there. That is basically Formula 1 style. Ferguson's dived out of that one, thought better of it. Now Falzon's ducked back in. Fergo's ducked back in. Alex is off into the grass there. And here goes Captain. He's trying to get himself further up there in the grid slot as well between them. But McEwen in front. Andre Elliott right behind him. Falzon sitting there too, just waiting for any disaster to happen. McEwen had a mare for the first half of the first lap, gone from pole. That was an errant Captain off into the distance there, wide. But now these guys have got to focus. Fergo's on the dance there as well, doing the cha-cha on the last bit of the circuit. And there's a Ford Transit on the grid. It's still sitting there. No one's got rid of the bloody thing. Lucky it wasn't out of in the racing row there. That would have been disastrous. But look at the gap there that Buttigieg has got. Wowee, fair dinkum in that department. He has stripped himself away. Now, right behind him, Hughesy and McFadden have got to get in the suck and push each other along, Chris, because that's the only way they're ever going to catch that man out in front. Same with Matt Munro, who came a proper as well in all that tangling, gone from first all the way down to fourth within a lap. What happened to him? I did not see it.
No, we didn't see it. We just picked that up now. So maybe a redress there from the overtake off the track. Who is that? Will Kirk.
That's Kirk.
He's sideways now sitting at the circuit, so he's reversing back on and will be on his merry way. But Matt Munro now level with McFadden as they go around this left-hander through this little chicane. It's very tight indeed, but Matt Munro gets the advantage there and goes through into third position again. That's where he started, folks, and he's back there again after going up and down like a yo-yo so far. Andre Elliott now having a little look at Alex McEwen. These two side by side.
Look out, here they go. They're absolutely neck to neck. Not doing anything at the moment in terms of the moving, but look at Andre Elliott. He's got half a suck here, and he's in 5th place now. Got past Alex McEwen, or defending one or the other. Still couldn't get the done, did Alex. So Andre Elliott, oh no, that's Nathan Hughes in the fence. He has gone from 2nd all the way down now to 8th. You'll probably get done for 9th there too by the time he gets on it. Heather Hughes in the chat, good to see you, but your son's absolutely ditched it. Matt Munro's gone for a slingshot up the inside here. Oh, this is hairy stuff between himself and McFadden. They're not letting go of each other. 1 iota. I'll give you the hot tip. Matt Munro is 10 seconds up on his personal best, which we would assume after that mare of the first lap that he had. Andre Elliott's trying to go for a switchback 2 here, looking further back between 4th, 5th and 6th. These guys are not letting go of each other. This is going to be a suck battle coming for the latter half of this lap as we come through. McEwen has sailed through into 4th. He's gone from 9th into 4th in 2 laps. But now can these guys get back on his rear end and get some of that suckage down the front straightaway here at Hockenheim before it's too late? Before McEwen just skips off into the distance ballerina style and just thinks to himself, well, I've just got to catch myself into 3rd place. Falzon's not close enough. However, depending on the exit of these turns here, ladies and gents, one of the chicanes, you stuff it up by half a tenth and you are going to be all over the rear end of that guy in front like a fly to a piece of the proverbial.
Yeah, that's right. You just want to be close enough to make a move or just get under that rear wing, and you know you're just going to be pulled along these massive long straights here in Hockenheim. But Jake Buttigieg still leading this race. He's got a 3.5 second advantage, or as we see, that's Elliott, I think, just going straight through the chicane there across the grass.
Fergo.
That's that was one of the McLaren cars. We'll find out later. Probably Fergo as well, having a little off-field advantage there. But here goes Elliott and Falzon up the inside here of the big, long left-hand sweeper here through the chicane. And there goes Falzon, easy as you like, up into 5th position. He had a shocker early on. McFadden's had a bit of a gutter here as well. He's come off and he will drop down through the order like a stone at the moment. Matt Munro, the only one really that's started up the front, apart from him and Buttigieg, that have kind of stayed there. The rest have come up and dropped off, and now they're back again. And speaking of back again, here is Alex McEwen.
Yeah, and nothing nefarious there between McFadden and Munro. It was an unforced error from McFadden. He just lost it on that high-risk chicane that we talked about there earlier in qualifying. And Falzon is going to have a crack here at Andre Elliott too. So this is a battle on here for 4th and 5th. Falzon up the inside into the stadium section we go. I think Elliott's got no choice but to give up that position. He's tried to go wide there and cut it back in to get the switch back on, which he's going for around the outside. Trailer Park Girl style. He's just got to be brave here. Can he stick it right around the apex on Falzon? There too he is. He's just sticking it fat. Sailing that Praga too wide into the stadium section. Neck and neck each other. Giving each other racing room when it's needed. Cracking driving from the both of them. And Andre Elliott defending for his life here. Falzon getting held up a bit mid-corner there from Andre. But nonetheless, the Doc serving out pills left, right and centre there. And maybe giving a bit of endo there to Falzon because he's looking a bit woozy. Trying to stick his nose up the inside. Wow. Cracking stuff. Cracking driving. Good spatial awareness by the two of them. That's what you want to see, ladies and gents. Hard, fair, clean racing. And not with that Falzon, but McEwen is on the watch here. He is closing in on Matt Munro. That is going to be a battle of the Titans coming down the front straightaway in Hockenheim, Christopher. Wowee, this is on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we'll see what Munro does this time. I remember at Road America, last week, we saw Munro pretty much just give McEwen a wide berth on the way through. Something tells me it might not be as easy for him this time around. As you can see, McEwen just getting a little bit overzealous with the curbs there and having a little trip onto the grass. So that's not going to help his cause here for the very immediate future. But he's got, as I said, 3 tenths there to Matt Munro in front. So that suck just starting to come into play. That comes down to 2 tenths now through this back chicane at the top of the hill. That's Ost, I believe, or Ust, however they pronounce it there in Germany. But I'll tell you what, he's playing the patient game here, Alex McEwen. He knows he's only got, 3.5 seconds. You can actually see Jake Buttigieg up there in the very distance. There he is. And so maybe just a little bit of a slingshot effect here from these two. They might be able to work together and bridge that gap up to Buttigieg in front.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, go-kart style. Just don't try to fight for the position. Keep pushing each other further on, bump draft down the straight. And you might gain that 3.5 seconds back. McEwen just weaving a bit there. Finding he's got a little bit of cold tyres by the sound of it. He locked up that final chicane as we entered the stadium circuit there, and that gave Matt Munro a little bit of breathing room over the two of them, but it's drawing the Andre Elliott guys behind him. The captain's charging his way back through the field at the moment. He has got Nathan Hughes in front of him. He's off into the grass as well. So now more than half a sniff here for captain. Can he get those afterburners on? Oh, Nathan Hughes just doing everything he does best, which is drift anything and any car he possibly can.
Yeah.
That is how he goes racing, ladies and gents. And these guys now in a three-way tussle, and there he goes. Poor old Nathan Hughes pushed the envelope too much. Captain slip angle, lost it. Now the captain in the Enterprise Starship side of things has now got all eyes forward on the angry Scotsman himself in Andrew Ferguson. And look at the times there, 2:12 there for Kirk versus a 2:14 for Andrew Ferguson as they cross the line. So massive pace difference, and the sucks are still happening everywhere. McEwen's on the back of Munro, and then Falzon is creeping ever so slowly as well back onto Andre Elliott. Never stops here, the sucking, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's like a good night down at the valley there, at least in someone's mind, I'm sure.
For the uni students, yeah.
Yeah, it's all happening down there. But here we see McEwen on the back of Matt Munro, giving him plenty of carry out. Now look at this, right up the back now, peels out of the slipstream. All to do here. They go side by side. Oh, just contact now into the... Oh, it's absolute disaster. He's binned it big time. And how did that happen? We saw the top view. It looked as if... Oh, my goodness. And then Falzon has now collected Matt Munro. That car is absolutely stuffed. Oh, man, that's a massive accident here. They were at full speed as well, Zach O'Reilly. Wowee.
250k an hour collision there, ladies and gents, and Matt Munro's come off well and truly second best. McEwen somehow managed to keep it straight. I'm not sure how the hell that happened, but wowee, yep. If that car isn't damaged, I'll go eat my shoe, but it looks like he's got away unscathed somehow. No cracked windscreen, nothing, just a bit dirtier on the side of it. Oh, the front bar's not looking to first hand there. A little bit of Queen starting to enter the chat there on the front bumper. A little bit of classic hits coming his way, and the rear as well. Jeez. Yeah, he's got front and rear aero damage. No steering and windscreen, but the aero is absolutely reg hunted. And there goes McEwen. He's redressing that one. So he's redressing that position. I'm not sure what to say about that one. We'll just leave it up to them. They've done the right thing between each other, but now it's going to be race on because McEwen's got a healthy car. Matt Munro has got a bloody sick one at the moment. He's got the Rona underneath that helmet, I reckon, at the moment.
Yeah, he's as sick as I am, actually, so he will not fare well down the straights with that much aero damage on these little cars that pretty much rely 100% on aero. He's going to be just a sitting duck here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, but hopefully he might be able to make a little bit of a fight, maybe stick onto the back of McEwen and drag him up a few more positions. But that was an interesting accident between those two guys. Usually pretty respectful out there for the both of them. So maybe both going through the same bit of road. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. We'll leave that to the stewards as usual. Munro's found himself on the back of Mitch Cole here. He's going to pull out of the slipstream now, make that job happen. Slides up the inside very nicely and just puts a car between him and McEwen.
Yeah, well, I think Mitchell Cole, I think he reckons he's a lap down. But he's actually fighting for position here. He's letting him go past too easily. He's the rapper. But don't stress. McEwen now has got past that car of Mitchell Cole in sixth place. So it is now on once more. And you can just see there how much of a damage spec that Praga looks underneath that barge board and everything else. He's a very, very, very sick aero damaged car. And there goes Mitchell Cole again. He spun it. So he's going to lose sixth place there to Falzon, who skips through, and captain too. So not the best start, but that is a Kirk around as well. Yeah. He has gone absolutely gangbusters, tried to get around, not absolutely doing anything right, is the captain tonight. Oh, no, he's going to cut off the nose. Oh, no. Oh, you're kidding me, Scotty McEwen. No, McFadden and Kirk have come together, and that is McFadden saying, I've had enough. No, that's the captain saying, I've had enough. And that's it.
Yep,
he's off. He's done. They're both out. And we've only got 14 left. And then there were 14, ladies and gents. McEwen on the charge here once more. He's trying to get up the back end of Matt Munro. He can't do it at the moment. Buttigieg has sailed away. He's 10 seconds out in front with no suckage whatsoever and setting PBs here, only for a little bit there. Personal best in his own time. He's going to cross the line here now and do a 2:10.3 or 2. There was a 3, in fact. So still setting very, very quick times in the grand scheme of things. That's for sure. Is Jake Buttigieg sailing away with 1:35 to go. This is the last lap, ladies and gents, of the race one here at Wednesday Cup.
That went past really fast. A lot of action and 4 casualties out of that race. So that's a pretty hazardous casualty rate there as well, with McFadden, Kirk, Hughes and Ward all pulling it up there in this race. Hopefully just getting themselves sorted out for race 2. But here goes, the battle is back on here between McEwen and Munro. Round 2. Can they keep it clean here into the chicane? It looks like McEwen has the better running of it here for the moment, and he will slide past Munro with ever so ease. Oh, but then again, left the door open for Munro, who locks him up as well coming into the corner. But McEwen just gets past easy as you like. And Munro is going to have to settle for 5th in this race. He's got a pretty good gap to Falzon behind. So McEwen looks forward, and can he maybe tack off Fergo here for the 3rd place on the podium?
Oh, we need a Fergo podium. We haven't seen one yet this season, and he needs one right now. This is his best opportunity at the moment to keep that 3rd place. And he'll be fighting tooth and nail, a second between McEwen and himself here between the final step on the podium. Fergo's car is dirty. They're all dirty. Some of them are bashed up and dirty. I'll tell you what, that is incredible. What all they're doing at the moment is just trying to survive here for the final 10 seconds of the race and stick clean at the moment is Fergo. He's going to come into the final chicane here. Can he keep it mean and clean? He does. Beautiful apexing there, using all the exit curbs that he possibly can. Only lost a 10th to McEwen there in the grand scheme of things. He might hold on here for 3rd place, but this man, right as we speak, is rounding the final 3 turns here at Hockenheim, and he is going to take race 1 by the biggest margin, I think, of the Wednesday Cup season so far. 13.5 seconds out in front. An absolute country mile here for Jake Buttigieg. Take a bow, son. That is race 1, one and done for you. Happy days. 6 laps achieved there. 14 and a bit seconds is Andre Elliott in 2nd place as well. We've got to give the hats off to him as well. 2nd place, staying out of all the carnage. He'll be stoked as a goat on the top of a mountain, will he? And Fergo's just going to hang on, or is he? McEwen's trying to get right up him. They're going for a photo finish at the finish line. Oh, only 0.08 of a second, but Fergo gets the podium over McEwen at the dying moments. He stuck himself in there in 3rd place and survives. Now the party's on. Munro's household will be hearing it. I'll tell you what, tonight the party is on. McEwen in 4th, and then Matt Munro comes through a gallant 5th place after those two right there on screen. The red and silver cars had a biggest shunt at the highest speed possible of the Wednesday Cup so far, and that is your top 5. Ooh. Oh yeah, he better. I need Scott McEwen, if he's listening. Scotty, I need you just to hang on for at least a minimum half a lap. That's all I want you to do. Just nail the start and get out there, son, because that is your best position possible to get it over the chef. The chef at the moment, inside the top 10, he'll be pretty happy with that. Just handing out about a 70% ratio of properly cooked meats to order. Some medium rares, some rares, some overcooked, maybe some burnt on the steak, but he's happy with his 10th place as well. The haircut in 11th and 12th. So that is pretty good. But your race winner there by a country mile, Jake Buttigieg, sailing away. He's got it all to do in race 2, Christopher Munro, starting in 10th place. Can we avoid the carnage?
I think he can. I reckon he's a good chance to make his way through the field here in race 2. Certainly quick in race trim. You saw him there. I mean, 14 seconds over a 15-minute race. That's pretty good considering the lap is 2 minutes. So he's 2 seconds quicker, if I've done my maths correctly, than the other guys in race pace. So that is flying. But he does have some fast guys to get past as well. The likes of pretty much everyone there behind him. We've got McEwen, Munro, Ferguson, Falzon, all these guys are going to give him something to think about for sure in race 2, which is coming up very shortly.
Yep, step back, relax, ladies and gents. If that didn't get you out of your seat cheering for that one, I don't know what will. That was some incredible suckage, cracking battles there. We've got 2 more to go. So step back, get those condiments refilled, get the chockies in, and get ready to go. Andre Alex just actually, as I'm talking, he goes, was that okay, Zach? Actually, I had a conversation last night after a few pints down at the local, and just gave Doc something to think about tonight. And yes, that was okay, Doc, but not the best. We'll just keep improving, mate. Just keep improving on where you finish. He is a rang-out specialist, and himself with, where is he, Jason McFadden as well, in that chat there too. But nonetheless, I'll stop rambling. Get ready. Race 2 coming your way, ladies and gents. 16 minutes, reverse top 10. Don't go anywhere.
Is it coming? What's going on? What's going on here? Do I need to put it on? Yeah, I've got mine on. There we go.
What a beautiful distraction you are. What a beautiful distraction you
Ladies and gents, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left before the lights go out for race 2. And what a rip-snorting race 1 we saw there. Holy mackerel. That had me on the edge of your seat. I hope it did for you guys at home as well. We've got Dion Clerk just sitting there in the chat as well. Signed up to the series. Doesn't want to race tonight. I expect better there, Dion. Not good enough. But Fargoff as well. Also sitting there in the chat. Be good to have you guys back as well, so we can, I can just say he's going to fag off into the distance for the man himself. But nonetheless, we have got 16 competitors here ready to go. And the name at the front of the grid, Christopher Munro, is McEwen.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like the right McEwen, but in the grand scheme of things, it is, because it is Scotty Senior of the McEwen household there. And he is sitting there in a yellow and black ope line. That's actually a really cool livery, isn't it?
It is, but it's not the one it's meant to be. So I guess we've changed over servers, ladies and gentlemen. So if we have any technical difficulties, that's probably why. Scotty McEwen's beautiful Wins livery that we remember from last week has gone by the by here in this new server.
That's all right. Doesn't matter. We know who Scotty McEwen is. Stands out like a dog's dick in a pond of chocolate. That's for sure at the moment. He's right there, the yellow and black. But Chef is off the front row with him.
Yep.
And your grid is looking spicy. We have got a minute 15 to go, and your grid is Hayden Cook, Scotty McEwen right there next to each other. Mitchell Cole and Ezra Simmons, as he hates to be called, off the second row with Falzon, Matt Munro, the quick customers, McEwen, Ferguson, and Doc, with Jake Buttigieg all inside the top 10 with the haircut. Buttigieg Senior, Captain Kirk, Jason McFadden, and Gary Ward back in as well. Good to see him with a ping of 70 instead of 700. Great to have him back. Nathan Hughes, though, absent here for race 2. Get back because your mum's watching, Nath. She's going to cheer you on. So, with the 36 seconds to go, Chris, get your predictions in the chat, and we'll see what happens here in race 2.
Yeah, we got another Wednesday Cup racer turned chat contributor now as well in the chat there, Lindsay Muddle, our sensational co-commentator. So we got more drivers in the chat than we do out on circuit here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're not far from a race start. We got the lights up on the circuit. Who's going to lead into turn 1? Can Scotty McEwen pull a fast one on the chef? Or will he have that steak perfectly cooked? We'll find out right now because we're away and racing. The chef actually out to a cracking start. Poor old Scotty McEwen's going backwards at a rate of knots. These guys are going to have to be a bit careful going around there. 5 wide, mind you, into turn 1. What could go wrong? Falzon getting pushed wide there as well as he goes past the camera. This is a nice little angle. But look at the gaggle of cars here, headed by Matt Munro. A couple of... that is Elliott and McEwen there as well. Simon's chiming in. Let's get a better view here. That is Elliott around the outside of the whole lot. He's going to try and take the lead off... not the lead. Cook is out there in the lead, off in the distance. Wowee. But Matt Munro in the second position. He's got Elliott. Look at him coming around the outside. Simon's in the Ferrari livery 2x2, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to get through? Elliott just squeezed a little bit there by Munro. But now McEwen chiming in on behind him. But Cole, Buttigieg, Jacob... Oh, no, he's had an absolutely shocking start there through the chicane. He'll go back to almost last, but we can't turn away from the action up here because Matt Munro heads off this little battle pack with McEwen and Elliott side by side now into this nice little chicane where you cannot go 2x2 and they just stream through single file as you should, and that's the best way around. Ferguson just getting up the inside there of Kirk going off the track. What an opening lap, Zach O'Reilly. It's never far away from the action with these guys.
Oh, no, there was a disaster into turn 2 there at the chicane. There was McFadden, Simmons, Buttigieg, Jake Buttigieg as well, Cole, and I think it was Wardy as well off into the bunda. Yeah. But it is all happening here. This Falzon is leading the suck train. Ward's trying to go the long way around the outside, gets the nose cut off by Captain, but he's all crossed up and on the wrong side of the circuit. Right at this point in time, he's going to go right back down the grid. That is going to be McFadden, Barber, and Paul Buttigieg all promoted up a couple of positions too as well. Alex McEwen there just sailing into third place. He's on the hunt there for the chef at the moment. Matt Munro, this is all deja vu coming to fruition here again. Holy macadamia, I'll tell you what. Ready to go here for these guys. It's Elliott, McEwen, Munro in a three-way gaggle here. But Elliott, at the moment, watching these guys just go around and hope that they come to fruition like they did in race 1. Yeah. Maybe he'll get some promotion there for a couple of positions. But McEwen and the sensational TV van is still on the grid. It does not want to be there. It wants to go racing, that bloody thing.
It does.
And it's just so keen tonight. Holy mackerel. Those guys would have shut themselves there in first, second, third, and fourth place. Seeing this big F-off van just sitting in the middle of the grid right on the point of knot. But nonetheless, McEwen's got the suck here at the moment. He is getting all of his 4 inches done very, very nicely at the moment with Matt Munro. Can they dock it together here into the turn 1? Because Munro has just got enough leeway there to sail it up the inside. Oh, he's got it done too. They are not giving each other 1 millimetre of room. The chef in front, though, undercooking every single meal going out the door. He was 2 seconds in front. Now he's only half a second away. Gordon Ramsay shouting in his ear, going, it's fucking raw at the moment to him. But nonetheless, McEwen, Munro battle on once again. This is 100% deja vu for them again. Munro with the advantage, not going to nose cut off McEwen there into this chicane. And Ryan Astern, 3-way battle here for first. And look out, the chef is well and truly under all sorts. He has got a fire in the kitchen. He can't put it out. And it is a fire and the flames coming his way of Matt Munro and Alex McEwen. 2 wide. Now under the suck, a bit of bump drafting there from McEwen as well. Giving Matt Munro the bump push and getting it out of the way. Chef has gone from first to third. in a matter of absolute seconds there. Cracking brain smarts there from McEwen. Just giving Matt Munro the old hurry up in the kindest way possible. But now Matt Munro has got some sort of pressure point building. He has got clean air in front of him. He's got a red and black McEwen right behind him, staring down at him. He's gone defensive here into the stadium section because around the outside, here goes McEwen too. He's trying to get that job done. 100% balls to the wall on the grip limits adhesion of both of these Pragas at this point in time. Cars fixed, ready to go. Fixed setups here too, ladies and gents. Don't you worry about that. This is all about the driver under the skin. What can McEwen do? Matt Munro is just going wide. He's using every single possible real estate he can on the black stuff to make sure he gets that apex nailed there. McEwen trying to do everything he possibly can. He's going for a switchback move, trying to line up Matt Munro for a line up down the front straightaway, and that could be a next suck battle coming our way.
Yeah, absolutely. These two guys getting stuck right in. McEwen being as patient as he always is, just waiting for that golden opportunity that will probably show itself anyway around this long circuit. Here he comes now in the suck train. He comes up, pulls alongside the Mercedes-coloured Praga R1 and sails straight past him. But you see the momentum stops once Matt Munro can get just a little bit of the side draft as well, but it looks like he's just cleared him this time and will lead the race here into, turn 4, 5 and 6. On the back chicane there, and look at the gap he's put on Matt Munro, already out to half a second. So McEwen really just turning on the afterburners when he needed to, and pretty much putting Matt Munro to the sword there as well, as he puts him out of the suck range. So Matt Munro back to the drawing board and trying to squeeze a bit more pace out of that thing. He has somehow managed to get back a couple of tenths there through that final chicane. That gap back down to 3/10. This is good stuff. He's trying to build that pressure on the leader here to bring that Praga up under the rear wing. He's doing so now. If we can get a front view, here we go. Look at the suck, ladies and gentlemen. He's about to go shake and bake style, but the chicane comes quicker. So he'll have to rethink that one now for this second half of this straight, Zach O'Reilly.
Oh, this is cracking stuff. Look at them both nailing apexes, different driving styles. Earlier entry there too. Going for the pressure point, putting all these cars in the mirrors of Alex McEwen is Matt Munro. Now it's about the tricky tight stadium section. Very technical part of the circuit. Look at them both go there off the circuit. Still managing to keep it together. Munro setting purples because he got the suck, but he's ran it a bit wide there in the hairpin. That's giving Alex a little bit of a breather. So it's play on once again. The chef and Andre Elliott have come together. The chef has got through. The dock, however, he's not doing well. He is getting bulk billed every single moment of this. He wants the privates to come in and give him some more funds in the bank account, because at the moment, Falzon's going to be looking pretty tasty. And his rear vision mirrors, if that doesn't come to fruition at the moment, it's going to be on here, because I reckon we've got a four-way suck battle coming our way with Ferguson, Andre Elliott, Falzon sitting there, and Hayden Cook as well. Chef is in the car. He's in the wall. The chef's off.
Oh,
he's completely lost it, and then he's
collected.
got punted there by the captain as well. The captain is off into the wall. He is, that's McFadden, sorry. He's off into the wall, and then another DNF there for Jason McFadden, Brian's cousin. 100% not getting any millions of dollars tonight, but look at the rear wing on the chef's car. It is at a 40-degree angle there. Not what you want to have at a Hockenheim circuit of 1988 style. Play on for these guys in front. Falzon now has got to get up the back here of Andre Elliott, the dock, sitting in fourth place. Ferguson in third again. Can Fergo hold on to another podium? 2 in a row here. It's a three-way car battle here, well and truly here for the final spot on the podium with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left. Anything's going to happen here, Christopher.
Yeah, it usually does, ladies and gentlemen. After a little bit of a lull in the action now, and I mean, I say a lull, these guys are separated by a couple of tenths just up here. We're gonna ride on board with Elliott, because he is right up the arse of the other McLaren out there, or the McLaren coloured Praga R1. That's Andrew Ferguson. Pulls out of the slipstream up alongside in the number 22. He will be on the correct side of the braking line here, and he will just take that position off Andrew Ferguson. Easy as you like that. Ladies and gentlemen, is a textbook suck pass, if there is such a thing. And Ferguson now maybe a little bit vulnerable to Falzon as well, who's made up that position right up behind the under the rear wing, should I say, and poking it up the inside now as well. Gets that job done. Ferguson going backwards like a stone here at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, like a sinker on a very light line in the ocean. Just absolutely sinking to the back of this battle pack. But Falzon, the biggest mover and shaker here at the moment. Cracking stuff from him. He's finally got his eye in, I reckon, and sailing through the grid at the moment. Andre Elliott's got a rear vision mirror full of Jaguar up his clacker at the moment, and he's got to keep going in the dock. Maybe he's in some form at the moment, is Andre Elliott, leading the championship at Rangiat and getting his cock out and swinging it around everywhere at the moment, just presenting with the open neck trousers, if you know what I mean. But nonetheless, it is Falzon in the suck now, and well and truly going to get up beside the dock here at the end of turn 2 coming our way. What is going to happen between the two of them? We're going to see in a minute. The speed is increasing ever so more and creeping up in the revs. You've got to get it right up to the rev limiter in sixth gear before you can have a go. Falzon's going to think about it here. He's not far enough up there. Thought about it at the last minute, but has that allowed Doc to overshoot the corner? No, but he had to check up mid-apex there on the second exit, and that is going to be an invitation of Falzon straight into the party tonight. Look out. Here we go. Falzon now in the suck. He's thinking about where he should go. Up the inside, around the outside. He's got the inside job as the final choice there, and I think that is job done, bar the shouting here at the moment. Coming into the corner where you can't be too wide, and Falzon into the podium positions now. He is a long way off Matt Munro, but what can he do in the grand scheme of things? 5 minutes and 60-odd seconds left here. Anything could happen. Matt Munro could have a mare, and Falzon finds himself in second. Who knows? That's what we're here to do. It's never over until that checkered flag is waved.
That's how it plays here in the Wednesday Cup. Just one mistake is all that can be the difference between a podium position placing and maybe a DNF down there at the bottom. Mitch Cole, Jason McFadden again, that's 2 from 2, and Ward 2 from 2 as well. We do not encourage the backing out of racing here, ladies and gentlemen. It's always good fun. You pay your money, you come for the fun, and it's always best just to finish your race off. Blow off any steam that you may have consumed during the incidents that put you down the bottom in the first place. So sim racing is the medicine for that. So do better next time, lads. I'm sure you can. Ferguson, just watching Falzon just crawl away from him here at the moment. Just put a 10th by 10th. He was up there, Fergo, and had the pace as well, but just maybe not managing those tyres as well as the others, perhaps, and falling back down the order here currently.
Yeah, well, the Doc's lost the position there too, so the Doc's come unstuck. He's like a failing hospital at the moment. No patience for the Doc coming his way. And Ferguson here driving very, very nicely. Let's put it this way. He is a quick customer, ladies and gents. On his night, he is nearly unbeatable, that's for sure. And he's just got to keep it consistent in the Ferguson household because he's got a podium already, a 3rd and a 4th so far in Wednesday Cup. Is everything to celebrate over for Fergo. So he's just got to keep it there and hopefully stick on the back there of Falzon, who's only 9/10 of a second away and just up the road. But the gap in front has increased by about 1/2 tenth over McEwen versus Matt Munro. It's just going to be a sword fight here at the moment. And who can play the long game test match style between these two to see what comes to fruition there. But still, a little bit of a lull in proceedings, which we know what that means, ladies and gents. 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Something's going to happen between anything here on circuit. The gaps are only at 9/10. Fergo is holding on to the back of Falzon now. So this is getting closer and closer every single time. With a bit of clean air in front of you and you're not in that dirty air as well, it does give you some sort of race pace advantage. And if you can mirror the guy in front who is as quick as you, if not a little bit quicker, you gain a lot of time. And Fergo's gained 3/10 alone there on that straight section alone. And he just put it off into the bunda, which has just negated any of that momentum. And the poor old bastard's going to have to think about it one more time here, and maybe another couple here for Hockenheim.
Yeah, I don't know if he does much thinking in the sim rig. Old Ferguson just lets it fly.
Does he have a brain?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one in there, yeah. But when he's racing, he just pops it out, pops the helmet in, and away he goes. A robot, perhaps. Yeah, absolutely. You don't need your brain when you're sim racing anyway. You just let it all feel. Let the road come to you. Be one with the car.
Ayrton Senna style there. Yeah. It was just that one until it comes to fruition and you come a proper, then you get a wake-up call and then maybe turn on the brain once again. But nonetheless, it's doing very, very nicely. Fergo setting his PB by 3.5, nearly 4/10 of a second on his lap there alone. He's only 8/10 away here again from Falzon in the biggest straight sections of the circuit. if he can get half a run here and get into some suck, it's still on here for third. It's not over at all between these two, that's for sure. Andre Elliott just sticking himself in the background there, trying to get a camera shot in to make himself relevant is the Doc. And that McLaren-esque IndyCar-style livery looking very racy, but he's hoping that those two in front of him come together. Buttigieg had a shocker, came off at the start, involved in all the melee at this corner on lap 1, and climbing his way back through the field in 6th place. He won't like what he sees on the timing towers, though, with McEwen, the championship leader, well and truly in front, Chris. That's a big point boost there that he just probably thought he got in race 1. It's all been negated here in race 2.
Yep, absolute disaster. It's okay to have a bit of a mistake here and there, but it's just compounded when you see your adversary at the very top of the timing tower once you're back out on circuit. Here we go. Here's a little battle. It's just starting to heat up. Andre Elliott has found himself up behind Matthias Falzon now and just sweeps by him down the back straight, heading into the centre chicanes here at the moment. Elliott gets that job done. Falzon missing his braking marker there, sending a bit of a smoke signal as well. And Elliott marches on up the order into 4th position. Very well done there. We just clicked over now, ladies and gentlemen, with a minute to go here in race 2. Alex McEwen is your leader. He's got 3 and a bit seconds behind to Matthew Munro there in 2nd position. Fergo could be on for 2 podiums here.
He is, because Falzon and him switched positions, and then Falzon went back one more.
Yeah.
So podium for Falzon just slipped away, and that's what happens. I said you just got to be consistent, and that's what Fergo's doing here at the moment, and he is in for another one. For 2 out of 2 podium style at the moment coming Fergo's way. He's just got to keep it mean and clean for this last lap. 25 seconds of the race left to go, and look at him. He's even going quicker again, sitting another PB there.
That's what he
2:11.1. So... Yep. Cracking stuff there from Fergo. He's got the rhythm. He's got the flow. He wishes this race kept going on for another 20 minutes, because I reckon he'd be on the back of Matt Munro in a heartbeat. But nonetheless, another podium for Ferguson at the moment. Andre Elliott in 4th, sitting in 5th at this point of the track last time around. Now finds himself in 4th. Falzon, 2 places gone with an unforced error.
Yeah. And some more bad news down here for the chef.
Oh, no.
He's left the oven on once more, and his kitchen has now burnt down. He's sitting in 10th position currently, though, still. So good points on offer, but you can only thank that to the default of a few of these guys tonight who did not show up and have pulled out of the races. So 12 cars active out here on the grid tonight. Still getting some hot battles up and down the order. Don't you worry about that. There could be one here as Falzon just pulling his socks up here late in race 2. I don't know if it's going to be enough to tack back on to the back of Mr. Elliott, but we'll keep one eye on that as Mr. McEwen rounds the way into the 3rd sector now. So not far to claim the checkered flag here in race 2.
And he's done it well. Starting in 10th. He started in 9th, I think, or 8th position. So got through the carnage at the start. Driven it cleanly, McEwen style. This is just where he is in familiar territory. Out in front here in the Wednesday Cup. And dominating, that's for sure. Yep. With 4.5 seconds between himself and Matt Munro as he rounds the final 2 turns here at Hockenheim 1988 style. He's going through. You can smell the cigarettes off in the distance there. The celebration champagne coming his way from McEwen. Takes race 2. 1 to Buttigieg, 1 to McEwen. And that is job done. Easy as you like for Alex McEwen. Matt Munro is going to cross the line now and take 2nd position. A podium for Matt Munro. Will be happy as Larry with that. And Fergo, another one. 3 and 3. That is 2 races, 2 third positions there for Ferguson tonight. He'll be absolutely stoked. A bit jovial now. The fireworks will probably start getting lit after race 3 tonight. And Andre Elliott doing very nicely in 4th place, holding on. Falzon, what could have been, could have had his podium there, but threw it all away in 5th.
Yep, absolutely. Jake Buttigieg recovering well to 6th after a bad start. And Will Kirk there in 7th position, up against it tonight, just in the wars. Paul Buttigieg in 8th position. Brody Barber, the chef, in 9th and 10th, excuse me. Scotty McEwen down there in 11th with Ezra Simons coming across the line in last, but 12th. So really good points haul anyway, regardless of it may as well be last on paper, but that's still 12th And, on a big grid, that's a good effort. So, good result for everyone there, really. Everyone's happy. The real winner of the day is Sim Racing.
Absolutely, and Sensational TV getting to broadcast it. OK Racing, ladies and gents, is what we are witnessing here in the Wednesday Cup. And it's still on here between Ezra Simmons and Scotty McEwen for the final race. They are actually racing here for the final lap. What can Simmons do? He came out in the all the carnage at the start. Can Scotty hold on here for 11th place? No, he can't. What are you doing, Scotty? You've gifted Simmons a 11th place there. And unless Simmons is a lap down, so it doesn't matter. Scotty McEwen is going to get 11th place. Simmons crosses the line in 12th place, thinking he got 11th, but he didn't. But Scotty McEwen did not finish last. That is a position further up the grid for Scotty. He'll be happy with that. Ezra Simmons, unfortunately, had a mare, and he's just done it again into the wall. That is the biggest crash of the night after the race has finished. But nonetheless, if you do like what you're seeing here at Sensational TV, give us a like, give us a subscribe as well. And AK Racing's Wednesday Cup is where we are at. It is going to be insane for the rest of the year. We have got some rip-snorting cars coming your way as well. And not to take anything away from the Pragas tonight, these guys are absolutely singing to the high heavens. You have to drive these cars 100%, else you are going to be absolutely nowhere. And that's a cracking result for the guys who stuck around for the race 2 that we have just witnessed. Cole, McFadden, Wardy, get your asses back in here and set up for race 3. Christopher Munro is going to be a belter.
Absolutely. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Race 3, top 12 reverse grid. So everyone that finished that race gets to enjoy a bit of a reverse grid. So Simon's off the front row. Scotty McEwen gets another dip into race 3. So that's going to be exciting. Everyone at home, go and fire up the Canara, because it's time for race 3. Don't go anywhere.
Destroying all in myself this way. You've been left
You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for race 3. 17 minutes of action coming at you. We got the top 12 from the previous race reversed. So that means we got Mr. Simons off the front row there in the Ferrari. Scotty McEwen next to him, right where he started in race 2. So he should be familiar with the braking markers there into turn 1. Hopefully he can send it. I'd like to see... And I want to see some aggressive Scott McEwen driving tonight.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yep.
Because that man needs to take some pointers off the younger one in the household. So you might as well just go and lob it off, I reckon, in the grand scheme of things, because his son's well and truly got him over in the chocky department at this point in time. But Scotty, get up there, son. You're doing well. We love having you around, and it's great to have every competitor here in the Wednesday Cup. As always, I reckon the boys who DNF'd in the last race, everyone who has done so has turned up again, but Jason McFadden, piss poor effort from Jason McFadden. I hope you listen back to this stream, mate. And Cookie and Doc, give him absolute curry if you don't mind. That's my request to you. But nonetheless, your grid is looking like this, ladies and gentlemen. Ezra Simmons is off the front row. With Scotty McEwen next to him, Hayden Cook in the haircut, the chef and the barber, right next to each other with Paul Buttigieg, the senior of the two next to. Well, we got two captains next to each other. Realistically, we got Captain Buttigieg and Captain Kirk in the third row of the grid. Corporal in Buttigieg in Matthias Falzon, the Maltese Marvel himself in 7th and 8th, with Dr. Dre and Braveheart himself in 10th and 9th, respectively, with Matt Munro and Alex McEwen. Rounding out the top 12, then you've got Jason McFadden, the empty slot there, with Mitchell Cole and Gary Ward, rounding out the grid here for the final time, ladies and gents. 17 minutes here at Hockenheim tonight. And reverse top 12. We saw what the reverse top 10 did. It's carnage there at turn 1. Hopefully the boys have learnt from it and get through cleanly here for race 3.
Yeah, we might see an extra lap as well, so hopefully they're all fueled up in case that happens. But certainly a few questions to be asked. It's a good time to be starting from the back because there's just not many cars out there on the grid. So Matt Munro, Alex McEwen, Andrew Ferguson, keep an eye on these guys. They will be carving their way through the field here, or at least they'll be trying to. And that will be kicking off here in about 17 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I can hear a few of the cars starting to rev up, so the action is starting to rise. The blood pressures are starting to rise, and the crowd are certainly on their feet because we're about to go racing here for the last time here in round 4 of the Wednesday Cup, and it is a start and a half from Ezra Simons, Cookie as well.
Bang.
Scotty McEwen just slow on the uptake, and he's going to get swamped here going into turn 1. That's, who was that diving in from the outside? Will Kirk, I think, just getting punted off as well, and deservedly so, was no awareness of what was on the inside. Actually, it wasn't Kirk, it was somebody else. But these guys,
Paul.
look at this, 2x2 up the main straight. There's not enough room for 3, nowhere to go. So bump drafting up and down. Poor old Scotty McEwen trying to, I think, get out of their way, but you don't need to, son. Keep the foot in because this is Will Kirk now, just absolutely binned. Who is that? McEwen, Falzon. Oh no, there's chaos here heading into the chicane. It's all happening now. Oh god.
Oh, turn it up, ladies and gents. That is absolutely nonsense from the rest of them. We've got Matt Munro being the biggest loser out of that as well. We've got Mitchell Cole, Scotty McEwen, and Jake Buttigieg again caught up in all the nonsense at turn 1. I thought these boys should have learnt from the next one. There's going to be some slaps on the wrist there for that, but Ezra Simmons has come a proper there, and Hayden Cook, the chef, is back in P1. The haircut's going to come through and take him as well. And there's more carnage in the background. Poor Buttigieg's hit the wall big time in that car as well. So he's sailed way, way back. Ezra Simmons and Barber and Chef now having a good crack. The haircut. He's in the lead of a race, ladies and gents. He is cut beautifully tonight. Got the skin fades going left, right and centre. He's going to have pressure put under him at the moment. Can he cut the nose off? He can. There of the chef, and exits the third chicane there at Hockenheim safely. But now the chef's got a beautiful run, sailing past him Scania style. Done. Absolutely easy as you like there. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Haircut's going to try and fight it, but he can't at the moment. That Porsche liveried Praga looking racy. Haircut's on the brakes early there, trying to get it turned in. Does so nicely. He's got a great run out of the first section of the stadium here. Already on the defence is the chef himself, going full into the inside of this radial turn that we see in the left-hand hairpin, so to speak, but he survives it again. The Haircut on the grass. Simon's coming back at him. That for third place. This is a 3-way, 4-way, 5-way battle coming your way, cork in the bottle style,
yes.
and it's the chef at the moment needs to get that oven cooked up to temperature, because Gordon Ramsay is absolutely belting him in the year. Fergo's having a crack here at Simmons as well. Here coming into turn one, what are they going to do? Is Fergo going to try it? No, he thinks wiser. The Haircut's gone a bit wide there on exit. That's going to hurt him as we come in, but the chef now is a cork in the bottle. Fergo right up the inside here of Simmons, side by side, bit of side drafting action here for P2, 3, and P1 and 2 as well. Oh my goodness gracious! And here comes Falzon, trying to stick his nose where the sun doesn't shine up everyone's clacker at the moment, getting a stiff at the moment. Don't get pink eye, son. Need to get yourself straight back in there. What is Fergo going to do? He's going to go defensive. Way too early on the brakes was Fergo. He's lost the place over Simmons. Absolutely dead set bravery there in that Ferrari livery car. Now Fergo's under all sorts of curry here from Falzon. Falzon in the Jaguar right beside him now. Already gone for the suckage here, but Fergo's going to try and get the suck off Simmons too as we go 2 by 2, nearly 2.5 cars wide into the section of this track where you cannot go anything but one car. Simmons and Falzon right next to each other. Falzon's going to get the chockies and be the bravest out of them all, but he's going to run wide. Now Simmons is going to get back, but he's on the grass, so he's not going to get any advantage there. Doc, Dre, Elliott right behind them two now. 4, 5, and 6 ready to get the positions going. We've got a 6-way car suck battle in our way. Haircut still surviving there in P1. Absolutely dead set driving here from everyone in the fending department. It's been sensational to call this action. How about it?
You can chuck a blanket over these the top 6 here at the moment. And oh no, there goes Fergo. He's lost it. Across the track, manages to not come into contact with any of the other cars coming through. There goes Matt Munro as well. He's going to have to avoid Jake Buttigieg coming through as well. But still, this battle here led by Brody Barber at the moment. He's just put himself and Hayden Cook with a little bit of a gap there. 1 second, in fact. Here goes Falzon around the outside of Cook. What a move indeed. If he can get this done, he does. Off the clatters, off the curbs as well. And Falzon through to second place. Barber will be shitting himself now, seeing how quickly he came through the field. Elliott just, I think, some smoke signals there from Simons, very sideways on the way in there. Manages to gather it up. Will Kirk has made his way up to 5th as well, and now he's putting him under all sorts of pressure here. Simons, you can tell from the body language of that car just previously that it's not looking the best indeed. So here goes Kirk. What an exit there. He's just going to sit right in the suck and blow straight past his Ferrari here on the front straight. Here he goes now, looking, thinking, waiting for the very last minute to pull out, perhaps, to not give Simons a return serve. Here goes Kirk now, surely. Excuse me. Pulling out.
No, he's bumped him. And Simmons has gone in. Is he going to collect the back of Chef? He doesn't. Thank goodness gracious me. That was disaster nearly all for everyone in Sundry. But here comes Alex McEwen. Your race 2 winner is driving the wheels off this thing at the moment. He is trying to get through this carnage. He is trying to navigate all of these cars in some way, shape or form, albeit dirty at this point in time, with those guys in front of them. Looking very, very racy. Only one by one through this section here. You got to dart it over the inside curb, but McEwen on 2 wheels there. Absolute MotoGP style over the inside curbage. Has he got a good run here on the captain himself? It looks like he has. He's got a sensational run. In fact, is he going to bump draft? No, he's just going to pull out and try to gain any position he possibly can here to get in front of the captain. They've both got the afterburners on here. Side drafting 2 by 2 into the corners. Here we go into the chicane. What are they going to do? The haircut in front, but there's Alex McEwen. Gets through. Thank you very much on the captain. Captain's now lost all momentum on exit. He's going to be susceptible there to Andre Elliott too. But McEwen now right there on the wheelhouse, on the gearbox, so to speak, of Ezra Simmons, trying to trailer park girl style around the outside. Simons has got to be brave here. Can he get the job done? No, he can't, because Alex is just too quick, too grippy, and too much confidence there mid-apex. And now it's onto the back here. Simons is now 100% a cork in the bottle situation. We've got Kirk, we've got Elliott right up there, clackers each. Well, look at it, 3 cars in a battle train here. This is sensational stuff here at Hockenheim.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping one eye at the front because the battle for the lead is on here. Matthias Falzon has made his way up behind Brody Barber. And this could be an easy pass for Falzon, considering how quickly he's made up this ground to Barber out there in the lead, just sitting in the slipstream. Now, will he go for the suck, Zach O'Reilly? I've got a feeling this is going to be over pretty quickly.
This is 100% over. This is all done and dusted. What is the haircut gone? He's gone full defensive already, so he knows that he's under threat here. But the speed difference just about equals itself out by the time we get to this straight. That is the beauty of this circuit. Never fails to disappoint in that, but braver under brakes is Falzon. Sails around the outside of the haircut, gets that job done, and he's going to sail off into the distance before you even know it. The haircut still in second place, on for a podium, but McEwen has got through all the carnage there in front, and look out, here is a bit of battling action. Kirk versus Simmons versus Andre Elliott. Simmons has got a ripper of a run. He's got the suck there straight away on the captain. Now it looks like Elliott is under all sorts of pressure because there's a 3-car suck train right behind him, and he's at the start of it. Oh, nearly all 3x3 get through just at the point of not they do. One's onto the grass. Someone's kicking up some dirt there too, but it looks like Doc has still got the advantage. Simmons now has just got to get closer and closer to the back of the Doc because he's going to have all sorts of suckage on him at the moment. He's getting sucked off at 100 mile an hour and plus. Here at this point in time, we're record style. What is Captain going to do? He can't do much at the moment, just side draft and hope he's braver on the brake. Simmons gives up the ghost. Up goes Captain Kirk into 6th place, and now he's going to be on the prowl here for Andre Elliott's 5th. Oi! Great racing between the two of them. Respectable, clean, and strategical. That's what's going on here between these 4 guys. They are racing tooth and nail, and they know that Brody Barber in front of them is in 3rd place. So a podium position is nothing to shy at all. They want to brag for the rest of the night that they got the final podium here in race 3. These two, now they're bump drafting even onto the grass there. Was Captain Kirk over Doc because they were literally right at each other. That was a full big slide there from Doc. He's lost all momentum, and now he's going to be susceptible here surely at the point of not here to connect. Captain Kirk, what can he do? Put the afterburners on, go for an attacking move up the inside. Oh, he's going to give him a bump too, right at the point of the braking zone. That is cheeky stuff. They're not giving each other any leeway at all. They're racing hard. They can see 3rd place up the front. They just want to get to them as quickly as they possibly can. The haircut absolutely shitting himself at brown pants moments coming his way here because he's got 2 very, very angry customers in Andre Elliott and the captain right behind them of Will Kirk. Jesus, this is all going to happen. I'll tell you what, if there's no one looking down on these guys at the moment, it's got to be the racing gods because these guys are delivering here for the minor placings, albeit it's going to be a podium. Poor old Simmons has come off into the bunda, managed to get himself back onto it, but now McEwen is hunting down the guy in 1st place. Familiar territory for McEwen, but can Falzon hold on? I don't know. This is going to be one of the most biggest defensive driving classes I've ever seen in Falzon's life coming his way. If he can just half break it through the apex just to give McEwen no momentum, that could be some defensive driving. If he goes defensive late, a late move under braking, Magnussen style, who knows? But he's definitely not on pace because McEwen's got all confidence on the brakes over Falzon at the moment. He's got to nail every single apex and get the maximum momentum onto these straightaways because that is where you are vulnerable. We've seen so many return serves here, the Wimbledon style tonight. It is literally like Federer versus Nadal.
Yeah, it certainly is. But maybe an informed Federer versus an aging Nadal here as well, because Alex McEwen is just not only tonight, but he's been in a league of his own in this whole series. So he's just starting to stretch the legs, and you can see the confidence there in the way he goes about his business. I think he's gonna. Well, obviously Falzon's gonna make it hard for him because there's only 4 minutes to go. So he might fancy his chances here of holding off McEwen for the last few laps, and maybe just sticking his nose in and getting the win. But if not, it's about now that you probably start to think about how this game of leapfrog might just play out. If Falzon does have the pace to stay with McEwen, once McEwen gets past here, he's trying it around the outside. A little bit of contact there, and McEwen just keeps it on the road. Falzon resumes the lead of the race, so these two are going to battle on here for the time being. But as I was saying, they might just start think about where the game of leapfrog might just spit them out in the grand scheme of things. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, sections where you might just leapfrog each other, so you possibly could change the lead 4 times in a race, or in a lap, should I say. So get your Pythagoras out, get your calculators out, and see if a DRS/suck battle could aid you in the final lap of this race.
Well, speaking of leapfrogging and sucking, Matt Munro has gone from 6th into 3rd within one straightaway, ladies and gents. He has absolutely sailed up the order, got up the inside of Kirk, Barber, and Andre Elliott on the straight, and he is in the podium positions, but it's still on here at the front. It is now Falzon versus McEwen. McEwen's got the chockies on him at the moment. Can Falzon return serve? He's got to nail this late exit point here at the moment. Maximise the throttle on exit 2, and he's got that job done because McEwen was up onto the grass there, nearly on top, so he's going to have another run here at him. Return serve style. These guys are going hammer and tong. A good game of chess here. Who can play the long game, as Chris said before, for that last lap? And it looks like Falzon's going to go right back at him here. This is cracking racing. These are the 2 quickest customers on the track. Just cuts the nose off Matt Munro style there once again. They're both off in the grass. Bit of monkey see, monkey do action. Falzon nearly lost it completely. He's managed to gather it up, but now he's really, really under pressure here from Alex McEwen. McEwen's going to sail around him, but it could be all equalised by the time we get to the next braking zone. And McEwen is on the disadvantaged side of the track here, but he's got a little bit of more momentum. Still a car width. Just too far away there for Falzon. He's going to have to give it up. Can he nail this part of the section? He can, but not enough because McEwen's got the superior line. Didn't put it off into the grass. 2 wheels off. That is a 10th.5 loss by the time we get down here. And McEwen takes the lead, and it's by half a second. Yeah,
little break-in serve there for McEwen with the tennis references still. But yeah, that's just that's advantage McEwen now. With 1 minute and 48 seconds to go, you want to be in the lead. You want to have that 6/10th advantage, because that just drops the any chance of Falzon jumping into that suck and returning serve, as we've said so far. I think he's just going to have to wave the white flag here, ladies and gentlemen, because this will be the last lap when they cross the line now. That is still a 2:11.9 from Falzon, plays a 2:10.8. So McEwen really turning the screws there in that last lap. So he will, I think, just bugger off into the distance. Matt Munro, though, has made his way through the field up onto the podium as well for race 3. Cracking drive from him far out. He would have been spewing at that rubbish that happened at the start of this race. Kirk's found himself going slow down the main straight here. He's just getting swamped by Elliott, Barber, Simmons now currently. Buttigieg making his way up behind as well, Zach. Something's gone amiss.
Something has gone amiss there for the captain. Unfortunately, he's put himself off into the grass, I reckon, on turn 1, and that has absolutely hampered him here onto the first chicane of the night around the circuit of Hockenheim. So he's going to be under a bit of pressure. The haircut was in first place at the start of this race. With by the end of it, at the moment, best case scenario at this point in time is 7th, but the captain will probably try to want to get that position back as well off him to take 7th off him, so he ends up in 8th. Does the haircut, but a cracking drive nonetheless from Brody. He did stick it fat there for a while, and it shows you how important clean air is around here in Hockenheim. That is for true. But the Doc as well was right up there, and he was in 4th place and lost it into 5th. And now he's all getting hounded by Ezra Simmons. The two Rangiat aficionados again going at each other. Ezra Simmons right up close, but not as close as Captain Kirk is on Barber. He's going to take him here. This is it. This is the final lap of the race here and the final event of tonight. Simmons has gone wide, locked up a break. This could be a promotion here for the captain once more. He's going to get 2 for 1. The Chef and Elliott are going hammer and tong here as well out in front too. But the Kirk, man, has got the afterburners on. Finds himself from 8th to 6th within 1.5 kilometres of racing here. But that is incredible stuff from him. But this man has been the man of the night. 2 wins out of 3 races tonight. Meatloaf style, 2 out of 3. Ain't bad. McEwen taking the win here. Final race of the night, 17 minutes. And this man comes on top all the way from 12th position. Thank you, mother, for that. 2:09.808 to finish off the race. Falzon, gallant effort in 2nd as well. Matt Munro is going to round the final turn now and cross the line in 3rd place for him as well. Very, very nicely job done there for Matt Munro, all the way dead last by the start of this race, and finds himself in 3rd with the Chef in 4th and Doc in the top 5.
Yeah,
cracking stuff.
Yeah, cracking stuff from those top 5. We've got Kirk in 6th position. Simon's behind him. Jake Buttigieg, an unfortunate end to his evening. Andrew Ferguson down there in 9th as well after a couple of podiums. Will be disappointed with that effort. Brody Barber there in 10th. Did lead for a couple of laps, so he'll be happy with that. Mitch Cole down there in 11th. And Paul Buttigieg rounding out the field of finishing drivers, apart from Ward and Scott McEwen, who was a DNF casualty there at the end of the race. So disappointing to see.
Disappointing, but nonetheless, all these guys out on track, full hats off to you. You stuck around when it counted, and that is what gets you points in the championship. Don't you worry about that. This guy here will be very happy out in front by probably a country mile now. In the terms of the championship, Alex McEwen, Jake Buttigieg having an absolute mare for the last 2 after winning the race 1. It looked pretty good for him for tonight, but nonetheless, that is what racing does. It's never over till that checkered flag is waved, ladies and gents. All these guys are trying to just see what the limits of the car's grip are on the straightaway and mid-corner. So a bit of studying, even after the racing proceedings have finished. That is what champions are made of. For Alex McEwen, he's definitely trying to find out where he can be quicker for the next round coming our way on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's for sure. The next round, actually, mind you, we should have a quick look at the calendar. Let's see if I've put the correct one up on the screen. I have. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Next race is round 5 at Interlagos. So that, I think, is going to suit these cars down to an absolute T, Zacharo.
Oh yeah. Those cars are going to love these circuits. Another high downforce, demanding track, and very, very technical too. Bumps mid-corner, off camber, on camber as well, through the same turn, if you don't mind, and a massive uphill straightaway, straight kink, as we would say at the final section of Interlagos. Yeah. These cars are going to be on song, massive suck battles coming our way once again. Who would have thought? Suckage 2 weeks in a row. I'll tell you what, most guys out there would pray for that to happen in their life.
I'm still praying for that to happen once in my life, Zach O'Reilly. So I feel the pain, but they're not spoiled for choice down there in the suck department anyway. These drivers, especially when they put the word out to I guess the ladies out there and say, look, check me out on Sensational TV. Here's me winning a couple of races. How about it? And I'll tell you what, they'd just be forming an orderly queue, I imagine.
I would say the tickets to the McEwen show well and truly sold out in the lineup for the suckage department, that's for sure. His pull-out game is strong. I've said that many a times. Alex McEwen. So, ladies of the night, fear not. You will come out of it unscathed, so to speak. But, geez Louise, what a cracking calendar we've got there. Interlagos next week, in 2 weeks' time at Alton Park. Another belter of a track, and then the season finale at Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Wowee, get around that, ladies and gents. If you haven't signed up yet, or you know people who haven't signed up to the Wednesday Cup, get involved, because this momentum carries on every 7 rounds each season. 2 weeks break minimum in between, so we're going to have at least 5, 6 of these seasons all year, and different cars each time. So it's back to the drawing board for all these drivers, and they're just starting to get the knack of these Pragas, I feel, at this point in time. And just like that, they're off to Interlagos. But Hockenheim was a belter of a circuit, absolutely cracking stuff. That is why it should still be how it is, ladies and gents. We had every single possible scenario tonight. We had return serves, we had reverse grids, we had carnage, we had rear wings sitting at a 45-degree angle, we had cracked windscreens, more nudist beach action coming our way.
We had Fergo getting a double podium.
We had Fergo getting a double podium, even better. How about that? Story of the night. Driver of the day goes to Fergo, in my opinion, after that performance. But nonetheless, it has been a pleasure to call the action for you out there in YouTube land tonight. And beside myself is Christopher Munro. As always, puts the M in magnificent, does that man himself. 5'8" with some heels on. This little man. Good to have you with me, my friend.
Puts the cunt in mad cunt. Can I say that?
Well, jeez.
That's after 8:30.
YouTube is going to be on us. That's for sure. If you can't see the video,
I'll edit that one out after.
Yeah, we'll have to edit that one out. The old Emily C-bomb has been launched, ladies and gents. And without further ado, that's about time to wrap it up here. We've well and truly outdone our measure in the YouTube standards department. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a cracker. Love yous all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here at Sensational TV this week once again for the classic V8s on Sunday. So stick around for that. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on. But nonetheless, Chris Munro is always the man, the myth, the legend himself. I'm Zach O'Reilly. Guess what? You're not. And as always, here at Sensational TV, it's good night, goodbye. But as always, keep it flat out.